Hello, everyone. It is time for another adventure of Try Hard Racing with me, Roll Cage TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of vroom, 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 vroom. Continuing on, story-free vrooming. Story mode really stinks in this game. Okay, it doesn't stink. If you're really into stories and fantasy and like role-playing and whatever, but believe me, this is all live actors and complicated scenes and stuff, and yeah, this is they hired a bunch of people. The acting isn't horrible, but their writing is ridiculously horrible. But these are all short, so we don't do these. The story is very, very short. I could have done it, I guess, as a They kind of expect that you to do this initial story, and then from there go ahead into the career mode. But then these two, then Rise of Raven's West, I think, also came with the game, and then there's expansion kits. Each of these is like an expansion kit that gives you more cars, but also costs money and has another set of like 20 races or something. So, but we're not going there. We are going here. What rookie races are now? Okay, the game is really weird. I have new races that are unlocked. Okay, it's not actually showing anything there. I've got gold there. See, it's showing, oh, okay, you didn't do this track day. Something is new. But you go down here, oh, that one's new. No, it's not new. I got the gold cup already. These two. That one as well. I just restarted the game before the stream. Oh, this game is so weird. Weird. It obviously is not being updated anymore because it's a few years old. Wait, did I not just do tuner? Okay. Tuner. Anyway, okay, we're going to pretend I didn't go there. This is what I'm currently working on. I did just unlock tuner, so I'm not going to go into there because I know that's new. I'm going to go into, whoa, that car really needs paint job. Clean and spray or whatever. But we are here in specials. We are continuing on with the Oval Stocks finals, and we are doing the fully upgraded Oval Stocks, and I don't remember if I had got the extra miles in I needed or not. I have to finish the event in first place, and it is only one round. Gotta remember to check that first. Look, I'm looking at the event details for this, right? Fully upgraded Oval Stocks. Got it. Fully upgraded Oval Stocks. Oval Stocks. Go to check the detail. Oval Stocks, specials, fully upgraded Oval Stocks. I come back. I just hit the back button, and it takes me to the top again. You drive me crazy, game. The UI is terrible. Who wrote the AI? The same people that wrote the story mode script? They grabbed one of the actors who had no programming experience and say, oh, wait a minute. We need you to do some... we fired all of our developers and it's too late to get them back. Could you guys work on the UI interface by any chance? We'll pay you standard rate. Anyway. All right. So, I am going to do this. And that's the only vehicle that's eligible. But I'm going to look at the upgrades. I have it all upgraded, so I did spend time at the last... That was the start of a new stream, and so if you're watching this immediately after watching, if you're binging through, which you should, all of my content, you're more caught up than I am, because you may have just watched the previous video, and you'll know where I left off, but I don't remember where I left off. Let's respray it, though, clean it up nice. All right, I can hit select now. Whenever you hear me say, hello everyone, Welcome to another edition of, as my intro. You know what that means? It's the start of a new stream. These are stream replays, by the way, in case you don't couldn't tell because of the big stream replay yellow and red obnoxious banner in the thumbnail of the YouTube video. Right above the big obnoxious green Xbox gaming logo. All right, continuing on, let me verify that I am in hard difficulty to start with. Yes, hard AI. All right. If you were real quick and you did a screen capture, if you're watching on YouTube, you know you can rewind to a screen capture, so you know exactly what options I had selected. Let's see if we can finish off tuning today, shall we? Oh, that is really loud in my ears. Hopefully it's less loud in your ears. My voice is still coming through. I think it is less loud in your ears. I can hear my voice. The engine sounds are really, I had to really mess with the engine sounds because a lot of the vehicles, the engine sounds are like non-existent. I had to turn them like way up compared to, I had to turn the master level, whatever, way up. I usually turn the engine sounds kind of down because they're loud and you can't hear me speaking. Well, somewhat success so far. Today is a big day of streaming for me because I messed up my last stream of Civilization 6. In case you don't know, I stream lots. I stream 4 days a week. Saturdays is a Saturday. Twitch.tv/RollCageOnAboutTV. Join the stream live. Did I miss something already? Anyway. Like, subscribe. Subscribe on Twitch. Follow on Twitch. Don't subscribe on Twitch. Subscribing on Twitch is paying money. Don't do that. Don't bother do that. There's better ways. better people to subscribe. If you're a Twitch Prime member, and how you get to be a Twitch Prime member is by being an Amazon Prime member. Again, I'm not telling you to get on Amazon. Since the Great Plague of 2020. Oh no! I'm rewinding that back. Unfair. Since the Great Plague of 2020, a lot of people are, you know, get stuff online, and a lot of those people get it from Amazon. And people don't know that if Amazon and Twitch are owned by the same people, same person in particular. So you get one free subscription per month on Twitch, and a subscription is a paid thing on Twitch. You get one free subscription per month if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, which is a real easy thing to do. It's just a setting in Twitch, like there's a link account setting, and you can include your Amazon account, and then you get some benefits for that. As a streamer, you get some benefit in that your VODs stay up longer. Oh, thank goodness he was ghosted. But as a streamee, as a viewer, you do get a benefit of being able to subscribe to one person's stream per month. And so you get to use all the cool emotes and stuff, and don't have ads, and get to which I have ads. All the ads I can turn off, I have turned off. I do run some manual ads to try to keep the ads I can't turn off to be as short as possible, but I don't run those during my breaks. Otherwise, Twitch can be really difficult. People that first get monetized on Twitch, they're like, oh man, I'm gonna make some money. Yeah, I'm finally monetized. I can't, I'll be I'll be rolling in the dough. And then they find out that, yeah, it's not. You don't. It's not. But Twitch tells me if I run 3-minute ads if I allow Twitch to interrupt my stream every hour for 3 minutes with ads, then I'll get a higher percentage of the advertising revenue. And that's true. You do get a higher percentage of the advertising revenue. That's the minimum you need to get a higher percentage. And you get a higher percentage of the advertising revenue, which is based on how many people are actually stuck around to watch the ads on the stream and didn't say, 3 minutes, I'm watching somebody else. And why are you interrupting me? You were just about to do something fun, and I asked you a question in chat, and you're going to respond. I did not make it. Okay, I'm moving down to medium difficulty. And I will not hear your response because suddenly an ad for, a feminine care product came up, even though I'm a 45-year-old dude. So, yeah. Actually, those are the best ads. I never give my age or gender to any of those places because I don't want them to actually give me ads that might be appropriate to my demographic. I would much rather get ads that are not appropriate to my demographic. I don't need the mileage on this car anymore, so I'm just going to do a restart. Actually, I can still get the money. Mod Monkey, how you doing? Monkey Mod. Monkey, I'll just call you Monkey. Oh, I haven't seen you for a while now. I have not talked to all those people. The references you gave me. I still have them in my, I still have the list though on my tablet, so I can contact them. Before you ask, yes, you do mod for a lot of people, I know. I'm not sure I really need a mod. I don't get that many viewers, to be honest. I can usually handle everything. And I got pretty aggressive auto modding turned on. I need a button to turn on slow mode. I don't have a button for slow mode on my... Yeah, I need to do that. I need to have a button for slow mode. Right now, knowing you mod 4 is on, so you can be here. Yeah, it's not. Well, thanks for thinking of me. You know, thanks of thinking of me in your heart as a last resort. All right, I'm going to restart because I failed, which is not. I joke with you a lot, Monkey, and I don't know if you necessarily get all of the jokes. I don't know what country you're from. I know you're kind of young, so you probably don't get my humor. So you're the one guy I come to. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Big heart emote. Let's actually I can do this. Except I have to type it. Okay, I have to type this now. Is it gonna come up? Okay, there we go. Yes, there you go. Thank you, brother. I know you are. Of course you are. You met me like over a year ago, and you're young, so of course you get more mature every year. You're at that stage where you just double in maturity every 6 months. You're like Moore's law of human development. But just like human development, Moore's law also slows down after a while. So enjoy it while you can. All right, let's. Oh no, I didn't change the. I gotta restart. I gotta change the options. Oh, don't hate yourself. It's just a part of just a part of life. Okay. We all hate who we were when we were young. We all look back and have, I'm an old man. It's not gonna say more dramatically. We all have our regrets, son. Oh, if only you knew how many regrets I have about the decisions I made when I was younger. And by younger, I mean in my 50s. So, restart race, yes. Yeah. It's a part of life. Growing up is a part of life. Getting to be a better person is a part of life. Regarding the person you were is also a part of life. So don't sweat it. Oh, my roommate came out for a rare cup of coffee. Well, the cup of coffee isn't rare. My roommate came out in a rare moment of coming out while I'm streaming. Gave me a thumbs up. She overheard what I said. She's not as old as I am. Let's see. Skip that. Okay, let's go. I almost had my brake held down. Thought I was playing dirt rally for a second. No, we don't start this with the brake on. All right, I'm doing this again on medium because I was not close to finishing first on hard. And then if I fail on medium, I will try it again on easy AI because I don't want to do the same race more than 3 times. It's kind of cheap. If I was playing this, you know, as a challenge on my own, I would, you know, grind out the race multiple times until I could win it. Or at least I'd be more likely to. After a while, I get frustrated and give up because, you know, I'm an old guy. I only got so much time left in me. I'm not going to waste it beating my head against the wall trying to beat the hard AI forever. But I think since this is a series, a public series, I don't want to waste anyone else's time trying to do the same race over and over and over again. So I will move down the difficulty level. See, the problem is you move it down 1 notch. Difficulty levels are really far apart. I move it down 1 notch, and look at this. Now I'm in 2nd place already. Only on lap 2. So I'm about to move into 1st place. So it's a little bit easy. You go from being really difficult and thinking, oh, there's no way I'm going to win this race. And then it's kind of boring. Oh, well. Which gives everyone more reason to cheer my first attempt. Because they know, oh, if he fails in his first attempt, we're going to have to sit here and watch him do laps around the track. With absolutely no excitement. But there's still time for me to, you know, run into a wall or something. There's always some excitement. Oh yes, hi YouTube. You can't forget to throw that in. As you know, and most people know, when I'm in the middle of racing, all of my chat is down at my side. I play with a couple of tablets. Actually thinking I might have to get another tablet and just dedicate the one I have to YouTube, because I got a bunch of other applications on this. This is my only tablet that I use for stuff. And then I have an old tablet that I also use for Twitch streaming. And I'm really running out of memory. It's a fairly old tablet, but it's my latest tablet. So I'm thinking about getting a new tablet that is for all the stuff other than my streaming, so that I can strip this old tablet, all the other apps and games and stuff that I have in there, strip it off to get back all of my internal drive space, so the apps I do use for streaming will be able to run without running out of space constantly. Although there's no way to uninstall the biggest big applications, like it's an Android app, so you know Google has 6 gigabytes of data, and Chrome has another 6 gigabytes of data that it's storing, and those, if they're Google apps, if they're Android apps, you can't move them to the external SD card. So most of my apps I have on the external card. But yeah, I gotta strip this thing down. But I don't want to lose all that stuff. So the nice thing is, I can, if I buy a new tablet, I can just do like an image copy of it and upgrade. As long as I buy the same, I'm not going to mention the brand, but as long as I buy the same brand of tablet, I can just say, oh, okay, you sync these two tablets together and I'll sync them together. Now I will have to still go into whatever accounts I use and, you know, double authentication, two-factor authentication, have to re-authenticate myself on the new tablet, and because, you know, it'll have a different IP and all that stuff, but it's fine. How am I? And hi, YouTube. Hi, myself in like 1 week. 1 week? I now have, I think at least, well, I don't know, different games are different. I have at least 2 weeks saved up. Maybe 3 weeks in advance saved up. So what you're watching on Twitch now live won't come out on YouTube for another 3 weeks or so. But that reminds me to mention, by the time you are watching this on YouTube, did I mention this already? By the time you are watching this on YouTube, it's going to be close to the first Saturday in May. And the first Saturday in May, I do my spring, my quarter annual mid-season marathon. It's the mid-spring marathon coming up in the first Saturday of May, and it's going to be special. Usually I play a bunch of different games. It's going to be a special event, 12-hour stream, where I'm going to have a theme to it. And I'm not going to reveal the theme now. If you're watching this on YouTube, either you just missed it, or it's coming up soon, and you can look at my community page on YouTube and see what it's all about. That's where I post things. Anyway, yes, I did it. I achieved my goal. Your birthday is the 4th of May. When is the first Saturday? Is it the 4th? It's going to be close to the 4th. When is the first Saturday in May? Is it the 4th? It'll be right around your birthday then. It's also, the mid-spring marathon is, the mid-spring marathon is also right around my streaming anniversary. It's going to be my 4th year of streaming. And to the person that sent me a Twitch whisper, you can always whisper me on Twitch. I'm gonna put on whispers. The person that sent me a Twitch whisper, that's how long I've been streaming, for 4 years. Somebody whispered me on Twitch, and I always mess with them. 90% of the whispers I get on Twitch are people that have never watched the stream that say things like, "Hey, love your stream. By the way, are you monetized?" It's like, if you watch the stream on Twitch, you would know whether or not I was monetized, because you would instantly recognize if there was a subscribe button or a send bits button. So my guess is you don't love the stream, and you're just trying to find out if I'm going to be a sucker that'll pay you for followers and views. But I like to mess with them for a while, and then I report them and block them. First is the 5th. Okay, well, I'll wish you if you show up on the 4th, I'll wish you a belated, or if you show up on the 5th, I wish you a belated birthday. So, if you're not, still recovering from your, massive amounts of cake or whatever, you've got a sugar buzz hangover, then I'll, then you can show up. It's 12 hours. It goes from 12 noon U.S. Central Time until midnight U.S. Central Time, always. First Saturday of the months of May, August, November, and February. So yeah, those are the months. It's almost exactly the middle of the official season. You're in Denmark. Okay, well, you better catch it early then. If you're in Denmark, that'll start at 7 p.m. your time until 7 a.m. your time. So what better way to celebrate your birthday than to stay up all night the next day? Okay, let's see. Continue. See, I know what time zone Denmark is in. Continue. I did it. I made my thing. I'm done with that race. Let's go on to the next race. See, for those of you watching on YouTube, if you're into kind of like the interaction thing, you need to come over to Twitch and watch live. If you're not into the interaction thing, you just want me to play the game, well, a lot of my streams, nobody's chatting, so that's fine. All right, what's next? It's going to be a new car class, which means I'm going to need to sit through upgrading everything again. Historic GT Event 1. And it's 2 rounds. And how many of these do I have? Oh no. Well, okay, there's 3. 3 rounds. Historic GT Event 1, Historic GT Event Final, and Historic GT Event Fully Upgraded. So let's actually get started here. Trying to figure out the best way of doing this always. Oh, I gotta remember to turn it back up to hard. And I want to see... I just want to see the upgrades to the car. Oh, I could have done... I should have done that from before. Oh, well, let me go back. But before I go back, I will go back into the options. Go back into gameplay. Go back into... Okay. Now let's leave this. I forgot to check. I think it'll let me check the upgrades here. If I can't check the upgrades, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna get upset a lot of this game because you got to do things just a certain way. Okay, specials. Got to go all the way back. Historic GT. It did let me check the upgrades, right? Okay, let me see. No, it didn't even let me check. I was wondering why it didn't come up. Okay, I gotta see which car it is. And then I can go back into my garage and check. Okay. What car is it? I'm driving the Ferrari 330 P4. Okay. Ferrari 330 P4. I gotta remember that. Ferrari 330 P4. I'm gonna keep repeating it because I'll forget. And these are, what am I? Touring? I'm doing touring cars. I'm guessing it's gonna have 3 upgrade levels. Ferrari. These are tuners I'm doing, right? Oh no, specials. I'm doing specials. Specials. Okay, these are the specials. No, that's not the one. Ferrari 330. All the names are the same. This is the one. Ferrari 330 P4. And yes, I have to complete the event to own it. So I can't upgrade it yet. So I have to do the first event with it. But this will tell me there are 3 stages of upgrades. This one is less important, but there are definitely 3 stages. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 races, so they expect no upgrades for the first race. They expect at least stage 1 upgrades for the second race, and then fully stage 3 upgrades for the last race. So I'll have to do the same thing again. After the first race, I got to make sure I get 25 miles in so that the initial upgrade can be up to half of stage 2. And then the last race I can do the rest of stage 2 and stage 3. So 25 miles I need to have in this vehicle once I buy it. You cannot go through the career mode in this game without actually exiting the game and either, well, you can keep running races even after you've succeeded, or you have to go through a custom race to build up the mileage in the game so that you can upgrade it. Because you can't even run it until you get the upgrades for it, and you can't get the mileage to get the upgrades for it during the races. So okay, and it's a two round event. So yeah, I'll be racing 2 rounds. I'm probably not gonna get my 25 miles. A Ferrari, it's nice. You like Ferraris? I love Ferraris. In a lot of racing games, people have their, do they want like their Lamborghinis or their Ferraris? It's like I always go for the Ferrari. Is it the Subaru or the Mitsubishi? And I usually go for the Subaru. I like the way they drive better. So that sort of thing. So that's the person I am. I'm not going to mention, since I live in America, I'm not going to mention what truck I like the best. Because if you live in America and you say you like the wrong truck, there's certain bars in America that you can't walk into. You'll be a marked man. If you park the wrong truck out in the back of the bar, you gotta drive around and make sure, if you're on a motorcycle, you gotta cruise the parking lot before you park there and make sure that the same manufacturer of motorcycles are all parked there. If you park the wrong motorcycle, you're gonna ask when you walked in, "Hey, you the guy with the..." I'll make something up. "You the guy with the Suzuki?" No, man, that's not me. No, I came here by bus. No, I don't think you ever say. When you go to an old country bar, I don't think you ever say you got there by bus. That's definitely a way to get intimidated. Okay, well, I got to start the race. I don't have much other choice. Ford Raptor. Okay. Well, you commit yourself. You're over in Denmark. No one will care. Over here in America, there's some rough places in America where if you're not part of the club, and I was always an inner city kid, so there's rough places in the inner city, and there's rough places out in the country, and there's different kinds of rough places in the suburbs. Well, depending on. Some cities have rough suburbs if they're big enough cities. Like, there's cities and there's suburbs, and I'll just pick one at random: Chicago, or another one at random, L.A. or New York. They're older cities. The city itself, the suburbs that are close to the city can sometimes be rougher than most of the places in the city itself. I myself live in a suburb that's very close to the Twin Cities, Minnesota area. So I used to live in did I live in both? I lived in Minneapolis. I think I might have briefly lived in St. Paul proper as well, but I live in one of the closer in suburbs now. Not a dangerous one. I used to live in a real white... I've told this story many times. I used to live in a real, very prissy neighborhood in the outer suburbs where everybody is like super into lawn care. And it was a suburb that I knew wasn't for me when I owned a house out there. When I got a citation, or actually it was a warning letter from from the city that my lawn was too tall, growing too high, my grass was too high. And this wasn't what they call an HMO, homeowners association. I lived in just a public area. I wasn't a member of any kind of new development that had a homeowners association that would it's in the contract when you buy the house that you have to agree to the terms of the homeowner association. Somebody drove me into the wall. Lots of people are driving me into walls. I don't like this. I am kind of failing here, but I don't know what place I have to. There are 2 races, so I don't necessarily have to finish very high to get into, I think it's 5th place overall. So hopefully I'll still succeed. But yeah, there was not just a, I got from the city lawn department that my lawn was too high. But it wasn't like, the city lawn inspector that I got the letter from. I got the letter from the city assistant lawn inspector. Yes, the city is such was such one of your suburban, your typical suburban suburb that you picture when you picture suburbs in America. It was one of those suburbs where lawn care is everything, and they not only had a lawn inspector, they had an assistant lawn inspector. And when I tell you my lawn was not that high, it was not that high. It was less than 6 inches tall. It's not like it was to my knees, barely my ankles, but I got a notification. It was hardly noticeable, so I'm sure my next door neighbor was the guy that called the city to complain. If you were driving down the road, you would hardly even be able to notice that the lawn was high, but he probably came over into my property with a ruler, with a tape measure, said, "Oh, no, you're out of compliance. Your lawn is, your leaf blades are more than 2 inches high. That's out of compliance." City ordinance. We got to keep our property values up. Crash the property values if your lawn is 6 inches high. I'm surprised I didn't get tweaked for, I had to repaint my house. Well, when I sold it, I loved the house. I didn't want to sell it. I was kind of forced into selling it. The paint that was on it when I bought the house, whoever painted it to sell it, I don't know if they didn't use the best paint or whatever, but it was kind of splotchy, and so I had to have it repainted and re-roofed and all these other things to fix it up so that people would buy it in that neighborhood. And yes, I mowed the lawn before anyone came to look at it. Well, I am well into the points. So you see how funny it is? I can finish, I couldn't come close to meeting my objective in the last race, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to meet my objective in this race. If I can finish 5th here, I'll get enough points. They won't put me too far back in the pack that I'll be able to finish in the points again, and that will almost certainly give me enough points to finish 5th overall. But then again, like I said, I'll have to, I will have to do a custom race to get in my 25 miles, and I'm sure I will not get in 25 miles just for doing 2 races here. I actually don't want to finish in 4th. I will have a better chance in the overall if I stay back here, because then I'll be able to start earlier up and maybe get around more of the initial crowd. Oh, I got a nemesis here. I mean, if I finish in 6th, that's okay too. I only need finish in 5th overall. And they usually have different people winning the race each time. Also, those people who have half a lawn each, and the neighbors only mows half. Also, those people who have half a lawn each, and the neighbors only move. Yeah, if you share like a lawn, I don't know how it is in over there, but yeah, it's like here. There's a lot of duplexes, most duplexes are not. I was in a suburb where they don't even allow multiple dwelling houses. You know, that tells you. But I lived in a duplex when I lived in the city itself, in a pretty decent neighborhood of the city of Minneapolis. And yeah, you know, two families on the same property sharing a lawn, and like, you know, only one people would do the lawn. They'd only do half the lawn or something like that. Yeah. I was reasonably responsible, I thought, but not responsible. Like I said, I grew up in the inner city, not in a nice neighborhood in the inner city. I had no idea about, you know, lawn care or anything. In the neighborhood I grew up in, you didn't go outside to mow your lawn because you might not come back. You had to have a lawnmower in one hand and a shotgun in the other. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. All right, I got through. This is America. Yeah, I remember when I was little in that house. It was a decent neighborhood when I was first born. I remember being very little, and we had a grape arbor that my dad put up. So it was a fairly good sized lawn, as a lot of inner city you know, neighborhoods, traditional neighborhoods had. It was pretty big. It was adjacent to an alley, so that made it have an even bigger backyard area. And we had a grape arbor, and that was built, you know, grapevines, or it's called an arbor, grapevines, or built this wooden structure, grapevines, you know, we go out there and get grapes. But then as the years went on, you know, the grapes were just the neighborhood grapes, because you know, even before the grapes were ripe, people were climbing up on the grape arbor and taking the grapes, and you know, the grape arbor eventually fell over. So, yeah, gives you an idea of my life growing up. Okay, let's start. I saw a thing the other day, or yesterday I think it was, about the Saturn V rocket, and I'm into like the Apollo program and the moon landings and stuff like that, in part because that's one of the most memorable things from my youth was you know, the moon landings. You know, of course, I wanted, the two things I wanted to be growing up were a professional baseball player and or an astronaut. So, yeah, this is an arcade game. I haven't got any damage for that at all. It's supposed to be a sim-cade, but it's pretty arcadey at this point. No guns in the front of the cars or anything. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was really proud of, you know, science and technology, and that, you know, if I hadn't grown up in that era, you know, I might not be the science geek that I turned out being. Yeah, you just really messed me up there, buddy. That was not my fault at all. You. I gotta stay away from you, because you're just gonna maneuver me right into the wall. See, they didn't put me way in the back of the pack, so that now I was able to move up pretty quickly here into another scoring position. Playing some strategy. So yeah, as a kid growing up in that era, you know, I was really into science and technology and math and being smart and stuff, so it benefited me. Again, you know, I went to college, and which back in those days you could actually afford to go to college, and a lot of people my age don't understand that kids these days, fewer and fewer people in America at least, can go to college because it's just too expensive. You can't get the grants and that you used to be able to do, and you can't forget the idea of, well, I worked my way through college at the, by working part-time at the, at the local water, soda fountain place or whatever. It's like, yeah, well, one, those places don't exist anymore. Two, you can't get a part-time job at McDonald's that's going to help pay your way through college. It's just not going to happen these days. Yeah, these kids these days, they're lazy. They can't pay for their own way through college. Yeah, but college is like 10 times more, even considering inflation, than it used to be. And the support that you can get, the free scholarships and grants and stuff you can get are 1/10 of what they used to be. So I was lucky in that regard, that I grew up in an era where science was important to America. Of course, we constantly lived under the threat of being annihilated by, nuclear holocaust, but, other than that, little, fun times, as they say. Yeah, see, now I am playing on hard. I lost first place. I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, a 5th place and a 1st place will definitely is guaranteed to get me 5th place. This is all I need. I'm almost certain to get 1st place if I keep this up. You can tell their cars are no more upgraded than mine. Oh, that's right. I was saying, I'm not going to get 25 miles during this race. I'm not going to get any miles during this race because I'm forced to use a rental. That was a terrible turn. I see some people chatting there. Sorry, brother, but I have to, I can't see my chat. I can't read my chat while I'm in the middle of a race. I'll get to it in a minute here. My chat is off to the side of the screen, and so I can barely see that there's a new color in chat to let me know that there's somebody new chatting. I'll catch up to you in a minute here once this race is over. Thanks for the interaction. Not enough people chat. I get people, viewers pop in, check out the channel. Sometimes they'll lurk for a while. They never chat. I like to chat. I'm a lonely old man. All my friends, I don't have any family. I'm to the left anyway. And, I don't get a lot of chance to interact with people, except for online, so I appreciate it. Which reminds me, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. It's the whole like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell and all that stuff. I don't care about subscribing and liking and hitting the bells, whatever. But I would appreciate comments, because I always, not for the engagement, just for my own personal, just for my own personal enjoyment. I like people, I like talking to people, so. And if your only comment is, man, you really suck, well, that's okay too, because in that case, if you leave a nasty comment, then at least I know that, well, I'll get some engagement value out of it. It'll boost me in the algorithm. Even if you leave a nasty comment, the algorithm doesn't care. I just crossed the threshold in YouTube subscribers, and as when I crossed the previous threshold, somewhat significant threshold, I'm not going to mention a number now, because if you're watching this on YouTube years later, you won't get what the threshold was. But, when I crossed my last threshold, I upgraded the stream, and I want to upgrade the stream again, slightly, by adding new music. And I have some recommendations. I want to try to get more recommendations. The music I use is from crinkles.com. CRIN Crinkles, crinkles.com. In the YouTube description, there's a link to their website. I own Songs from a Box, which is their music collection. I own volumes 21 through 24. I have enough music from 22, but if anyone wants to listen to 21 or, you know, sample 21, 23, and 24 and leave suggestions on what tracks there you like, if I use one of your tracks, I'll give you a shout out, one of your suggestions. But I'm looking for suggestions. People that think it'll make good background music, because right now I only have 4 tracks that run. And for people watching on YouTube, you're watching a 40-minute YouTube episode or something, and it doesn't get monotonous. But if you're watching a 6-hour stream or something, you hear the same 4 tracks over and over again in the background, it can be a little tiring. So, looking for suggestions. Like I said, I have some, but always looking for more. I haven't picked any out yet. Crinkles is great. You don't have to. You can listen to the tracks for free, but to download them and get the license to use them during your own streams or whatever video backgrounds, you do have to download them and license them. Coaster! That's who's here. Nice to see you, buddy. You think college is a waste of time? Wish you could have went to the trade school. It depends on the college and it depends on the era. I don't know where you're from or, you know, what age you are or anything like that. You know, it's not a waste of time. But it is an awful lot of money. And if you get the support that you need to get through, then it could be worth it. Trade school, it can be more useful. It's also usually cheaper, but it depends, you know, on what you want to do. A lot of people go to college thinking, oh, I'm going to get a fancy degree and then I'll be able to get out of college and make, you know, 6-figure salary, and that's just not true. You can't do that anymore. So, yeah. So I hear you there. In the era I grew up, college was obtainable, but it's, you know, a full 4-year college, you know, and advanced degrees were obtainable, but they're getting less and less obtainable for the common person in America, at least these days. So. Anime, good to see you. You're here too. Wait, did I hear a dingle-ingle? Anime, you just now followed me? Well, thank you, sister. Ooh, you just got done putting together a racing rig for the kids. Awesome! That is so nice. Yeah, I thought you had before too. That's okay. All right. Well, it is time for me to take my break. Actually, on Twitch, I did accomplish my objective. So I'm past 50 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take a short break here, and I will be back in just a few minutes. So, YouTube, I hope you, YouTube next episode will be the next weekend, Saturday, Sunday at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is midnight in the UK and noon the next day in New Zealand. That's how time zones work. So, Twitch, again, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.